Okay, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about Google Slides. I'm in this preset folder that I've made for this video, but you can create a new one from anywhere as long as you know how to move the file. I'm going to go over here to New and choose Google Slides. And here you have the default window when you open the application. So Google Slides is the Google Drive equivalent of Microsoft PowerPoint or Apple's Keynote. It's primarily a presentation software designed for presenting on a screen, advancing through slides, things like that. But it's also a pretty robust document design application where you can actually change the dimensions of your file and design much like you would in something like Microsoft Publisher or along the lines of something like InDesign or Adobe Illustrator. It's not nearly as robust as those, but it is a little more dynamic than Google Docs if you're doing primarily design-based work. So I'm going to talk through some basics of this application. First, we'll rename this file so we can find it. Google Slides. We'll call it that so I can find it easily. So same main menu up here along the top, file options, edit options, different ways to view, different ways to insert different files or subfiles, formatting, information for slides, the arrangement of them, tools, add-ons, and help. Now when this popped up initially, it gives me these themes over here along the side if I want some preset colors or whatnot. But I actually don't want to mess with any of that right now, so I'm going to close that. On my secondary ribbon here, I've got a different button. This one is the new slide. So if I just press the plus, it will give me the standard default new slide that has a title line and then a body line. But if I click this arrow, I can actually choose from any of these presets. So I'm going to add a blank slide as well. Basic undo, redo, print, paint formatting. I can zoom in or out using the magnifying glass. Here I have the arrow to select text. I can insert a text box, an image, a shape, a line, a comment if I were commenting on someone else's work. I can change the background, apply a different slide layout, manipulate the theme, that's where we toggle that, or insert transitions if I'm actually making a presentation and I want things to zoom in or zoom out of the page. Now something else I want to point out about Google Slides is if you go here under the File menu and you change the page setup. So the default is a 16 by 9, which is a standard widescreen computer screen or TV. But if you change this to custom, we can make this 8.5 by 11 inches, which is a standard piece of paper. Now you have a piece of paper to work with. So you could do something like insert a shape. Go here and do that. Then you can change the color of that shape, change the line that's outlining that shape and the color of that. You can insert text on top of that shape, and then within that text box do basic things to change that. Let's make it 25. Let's center it. All right, so all kinds of options there that then make this more powerful in terms of document design. Now, let's say we want this to be one unit, this button that I've made. I can drag over top of all of it. It's selected the box and the text now. I can right-click and I can choose Group. And now this is one unit that can be moved around very easily as opposed to individual elements. And I can also ungroup that at any point. So I say I want my text to actually go away now. Now it's just a box with an outline. This can come in very handy if you're designing visual elements that are kind of complex, but that you want to be able to duplicate easily or move around easily without getting your dimensions all out of whack through resizing or what have you. So a little bit of info on that. You can also change the background color. If you wanted to do something like that, maybe make it a light purple, anything along those lines is possible within Google Slides.